I think I learned all about the Hills Hoist on my citizenship test, if I'm recalling it correctly. But back to the story, though. Victoria's Premier, Jacinta Allan, of course, she has announced a review of the state's bushfire season, and we saw her get heckled about this by angry locals a few days ago. But I feel like I have been reading for years and years about a number of bushfire reviews in Victoria, but they never seem to act on the conclusions, which I take it are a lot about this sort of fire reduction and hazard reduction. Am I wrong here? They've already got the review. They know what to do.
Yeah, they've had royal commissions. They've got the recommendations. They have not acted. And it is worse than that. The gaslighting that has gone on this week from the Premier regarding the CFA, the Country Fire Authority in Victoria. All of my farmers are firefighters. They go out there out of the goodness of their heart because they believe in their communities. They want to support their communities. They go out there in their own trucks with a plastic tank of water on the back. You know, if the CFA, the trucks that they are given to drive are so old and catch fire now as they go through grassland. It's just not good enough, and I will keep on the Victorian government to do something about this. It's not okay. There's a news flash here, James, that the big tankers, I don't know, they look like million-dollar beasts that, travel around metropolitan Melbourne. They don't have bushfires there. We have the bushfires out here, and we need the money spent on our trucks.
Yeah, no, and you contrast that to the way they do things in New South Wales, which I see all the time here. It is just shocking. Hey, and before I let you go, I also want to talk about the other big issue, of course, this week, which is probably coming back next week to take up these very contentious hate speech laws. Just want to get your thoughts on this, given the number of holes that have been pointed out in this very rushed legislation. And now apparently Christian and Muslim groups have also said, hang on, we're not so sure this is such a good idea.
Absolutely. The best thing the Prime Minister could do is eat humbly, eat his words in humility and say, let's delay this legislation because it's not right. It is an absolute omnibus of mess. And as soon as he came out after Bondi, December 15, and said we need to deal with gun laws, he lost the National Party right then and there. All of our law-abiding gun owners across the country, whether they're hunters, whether they're sportsmen, whether they are training for the Olympics, leave them alone. Our farmers, leave them alone. That is not the issue. The issue is the hate and specifically the Islamic extremism. And I heard your commentary, James. I'm sure we could debate that longer, but I am absolutely not going to be voting for this legislation. It is a mess. And what is worse is the chilling factor it will have on our freedom of speech, our freedom of opinion, freedom of religion. These are issues that undergird our great democracy. We cannot allow them to be taken away by a government that simply wants to control more.
And you've said it absolutely perfectly. A healthy, robust society can take debate and criticism. And thank you so much for joining me. Stay safe and all the best to your community.